Alright, there we go. Hello, everyone. So, yeah, we're doing a thing today. So, I did start a little bit earlier this week, and I got some of the torso put together, but, you know, that's not exactly a whole lot. Let's see. Gotta start with the head. Let's see. B6. It's gonna be. Sorry about any noise. I hope you like ASMR. There's a lot of sprues, as you can see. Let's see. A6. That's you there. So you can see what I'm doing. All right. Alrighty. That's just the phone going off. Unfortunately, I do not have a silence function on it, and I forgot the light. It helps if I can actually see, especially in these days of failing eyesight. Oh, you just came right off, didn't you? A little bit too much, but not enough to ruin anything. There you are. No, you're going to be a little bit more difficult, so just hoping it doesn't go wrong. I don't know where that went, but okay. Alright, so you look like that. And I'm supposed to put a sticker on you. Where'd my tweezers go? Hold on. I may have misplaced the thing. Okay, I have found the thing that I misplaced. Alright, so let's see. See if I can actually see what I'm doing. Yeah, Terry. Sorry, if you heard the meow, that is my cat Terry, for those who may be new. Sometimes he likes to say hi. Alright, yeah, that looks good. I hope that's good. It looks good. Yeah, buddy. I know you're not asking for food, you just got some. Alright, there we go. So that's alright. We're gonna put those back over there where they're out of the way. Alright, now we need to get C6. Don't know what that was. Oh wow, you were just... Oh boy. Alright. You are intimidatingly small. Please don't fly. There we go. Alright. Oh boy. Yeah, you are tiny. Alright. And that's just the mouthpiece. Holy cow. I'm kind of used to the bottoms, like, taking up a whole thing. You are just tiny. Alright, and B1. Okay, B was the sprue I just had. Yes, so B1 is somewhere. This piece, this tiny little red piece. Oh boy. All these tiny pieces. That's a way to scare me. Oh, hey! Welcome to the stream. How you doing? This one. Oh no. I can hear the college marching band outside. If you suddenly hear loud marching music, specifically drums, I apologize. I have no control over that. I'm doing alright. You know, got off work a little bit ago, so still a little bit tired from that, but I'm doing alright. Oh, and dropping stuff, apparently. Okay, so you go together like that. Alright, and so there is part of the head. Alright, so B20 and B21. It's back to the same sprue, holding it upside down. That's these two yellow pieces. I mean, I was in a high school marching band, so I'm not exactly against them. it's just one of those things, like, why do they have to practice right outside my apartment building? Also, as I've gotten older, my audio sensitivity has just kind of gone through the roof. These pieces are so small. It ends up leaving not a lot of room. There we go. Whew. Alright, and there we go. Whoops. So let's see. So you should be going like this. And you should be going like this. Yeah, there we go. See, I ended up kind of liking them like this because I found out quite a long time ago I really like putting stuff together and taking it apart, but I'm not I need instructions for it. I can't just like look at something and go, oh, it must go together like this. No, I have to actually know. Once I know how something goes together, I can just imagine it for the rest of my life, but I have to learn. So like, if you showed me a picture of this thing complete and then went figure it out yourself, not happening. But I like figuring out how it goes together as I'm putting it together. Although sometimes they do stuff like this and it scares me that something can go wrong. I'm going to try and cut that piece off. There we go. Because it's scaring me how it won't quite let me clip. Sorry, it's just the pieces are small, so the camera is close, so you can actually see what the pieces look like until they become bigger. Alright, now I need to trim a little bit. That was this piece here. I haven't put together a lot of Gundam models, but I've done a few, and most of them it's like, oh, you kind of build the inner skull and then you put a front and back together, and that's your head. This one seems a lot of left and right, which I'm not against, it's just different. Kind of wish I remembered putting together the Shiden frame since it's from the same series, but I don't remember it quite being like this. I don't think the Landman Roadie is either, although that one's on the queue. It's the friend-shaped one, if you ever Google it. Hey, Lirio, welcome in. Just doing some small trimming. Alright, so now we get to figure out okay, so it looks like should be going together this way. Yeah. Alright. Whoops. Okay, you still got a little bit there. I just dropped the head. No, I dropped the ball. Literally. Nope, come on. Line up for me. Or am I holding? I've gotten turned around. That's why it wasn't lining up. It wasn't right. Wait. I'm confused now. I've confused myself, which isn't the hardest thing to do in the world. There we go. There we go. Still just a little bit of flash from the sprue. Yeah, I said flash. I know words. I know lingo. And actually just a little bit there in general. I don't... Come on. Oh, come on. You're made to go away. Please go away. There we go. So I don't cut myself. Alright, and C5. So let's see, C5, that's you there. Okay, Cole, stop dropping stuff. There we go. That is not how you're supposed to cut stuff off this sprue, because for safety reasons, you're supposed to cut far away and then trim down. But I'm new and not good, so please excuse me. Yeah, it's me every day too, all my life. Especially since I picked up arthritis. And these visibly shaky hands. Yeah. I don't know if you can see it, but that little cratering is why you're not supposed to snip them the way I did. Oops. Alright, so you get oriented like this. And ta-da! There's still just a little bit of that sprue left that will irk me until the end of my days. Alright, so let's see. Now we're changing sprues again. Going to be 23. It's 22. Ah, this little blue part all the way downtown. Oh boy. That is apparently some really soft plastic down there. I'm not sure. Usually the building this stuff takes me about 3 hours, but usually after about an hour and a half, I'm kind of hit my limit for streaming. So I probably the hour and a half mark. Well, I mean, you can go ahead and take a nap. I'll probably still be here. I've only been here for 25 minutes. Although I have an ad starting in 5 minutes. Yeah, it's okay to take a nap. Like, you got plenty of time. Self-care is important. At least that's what I'm told. I'm horrible at figuring self-care out. Kind of scratched my nail a little bit on that one. Oops. Alrighty. Oh, that one was easy. That one was even easier. Alright, well, I'll see you when you get back, Lirio. There we go. Oh. Okay, these two are just gonna twist right off, thankfully. Yep, come on. Alright, let's see. Now you go together like this. Yes. Wait. I feel like I have you upside down. That's because I do. And this is why you do not super glue your Gunpla, folks. That's gonna bug me. That's really gonna bug me. Alright. Because do not super glue, because it will be a problem if you accidentally miss. Which is very easy to do when it's like this tiny. Okay. There's a whole space under there that I don't know that I'm comfortable with, but that's apparently how it lines up, so we're going to roll with it. Alright, and there is the head. I put that up there with that. so let's see. Next up is the arm. B2 and C3. I feel like I'm just naming droids from Star Wars. There. Nope.
Oh, and it looks like an ad is about to start in 46 seconds.
So, I will try not to talk until then. Into that. There we go. Alright, so we want this piece.
welcome back.
Alright, so let's see. How does this thing go in? Like this? There we go. Yeah. Alright. Okay. And now I'm supposed to do that. Whoops. Not quite sure what fell there. I think it was a pain. Okay, so let's see. A35. U. Come on. There we go. Alright, and C10, which is going to be one of these pieces right here. This, whoops, you go like that, and you, how do you go in? What? Am I looking at this right? Guess I have to be. If I can get my hands to line up. Okay, so you go together like that. Looks like. Cut you the other way I usually do. There we go. Two of you go together somehow. No, that can't be right. That can't be right. Like this. Should twist a little bit. I guess that's right. Looks a little weird.
Okay, I'm going to trust it.
A24 and A26. That's you and you. Excuse me. This is the really soft plastic. Boop. Ow. There we go. Okay, and you're going to be a shoulder joint. You go together like that, so you can do this stuff. Alright. Let's see. And you're supposed to go together like that. I said like that. Maybe. There we go. Ooh. Alright. Maybe don't go quite so wild with it, Cole. Still don't. Because it looked like this had a swivel on. Oh, there it goes. Sorta. Oh, why does that feel like it's about to break? It is. Oh no. Nope. Nope. Put it back. Put it back. Put it back. Put it back and leave it. Oh shit. Okay, that piece does not swivel. That is a lie. That is a lie. Oh no. Crap, 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 crap. Okay, yeah, you just come on out of there. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's see what the damage I did. Come on, get out. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, so let's see if I pull you out. I can't pull you out. Please come out. Tweezers, tweezers, tweezers. I just want to make sure you're in the shape you're supposed to be in. And you're not. Okay, well. Well, best as I can tell. I mean, you can see the stress damage, but man, that's soft plastic. Okay. Hopefully that means crisis averted. How did I put this back together? Okay, that's right. You went up into there. See, it looks like it should swivel. Apparently, that is not the case. That is a lie. It does not swivel. Because when there is somewhere in the instructions where they said a thing about how the shoulders can swivel. Or did I just make that up? Nope. Yeah. Oh. It slides out then up. I think. Well, so it's supposed to do that. Slide out, then up. I don't like that. Okay. Now that I've got my instructions all dirty from slipping and sliding them everywhere. About gave myself a heart attack. Alright, so let's see. Where was I next? Where'd that go? There we go. There we go. Accidentally knocked the stickers down. Alright. Just gonna take a small breather from that. Okay. Let's see. A is the sprue that I'm on. So 30 and 23. There's 23. This is 30. What did I say? 23? Yeah, 23. And then I got a B16. B16 right there at the top. Okay, so let's see. Go on like that, and you go in like this. Yes? No, you go in like this, and you go together like that. All right. And you do, yeah, you spin like that. Nope, don't spin off. All right, next up is C7. Yeah, it's all right. Feel free to lurk. I'm honestly a little bit too focused to probably pay attention to chat as much as I should. Oh, wow. Okay. Whoever decided that was sadistic. Alright, let's see. Okay, let's see, what was the one that I just cut? This one. Alright. Alright, we're going to just trim off this stuff. Alright, so let's see. Now we got B. You can do this goal. You can say the letter B, B18, and B19. Let's see. So, one of the other... Normally, the instructions are better at this. Some of the pieces have like these little tabs, or like you saw here, this little dot right here. And normally the instructions have like really big like warning signs right around those specific parts. And it's because you could accidentally... cut them off if you're not paying attention. See, like, actually, like, normally they have stuff like that all over the instructions. For some reason, that's actually missing. I don't know why, but it's a little bit annoying. But that's also one of the reasons why, like, oh, when you're starting out, you're supposed to like clip further out and then kind of clip in, and so you don't actually only do that. And it's kind of like that with any model that comes on a sprue. So like plastic and resin Games Workshop models, they're like that too. Where, you know, they'll say like, hey, watch out for this very tiny detail that's also what's connecting a piece to a sprue. You know, be careful about it. The problem is I'm probably a bit of a masochist because I just go in for it. And I don't care if I get it or not. No, I do care if I get it. I'm just very, I don't want to do extra steps if I don't have to. Oh, that said, if I remember right, my first plastic model was a Wing Gundam Zero, or Gundam Wing Zero, about 4 or 5 years ago. I think there was one part where I accidentally did that and was just like, oh no, how do I connect these two pieces together now? And involved going back, finding the little tabs, super gluing it on, and yeah, you could say I learned my lesson. Alright. What? Do you go together like that? Is that how you go together? Yeah. That's what it looks like. But yeah, so, you know, if you're just starting out any kind of model building, don't just, you know, go for it. Pay attention to the instructions. Sometimes they're worth listening to. Okay, all the time they're worth listening to, but you know. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Let's talk about those two pieces right there. They're going to go together and fill this big empty hole. Alright. And you, it says to go in. Turn the part. Oh, just turn. Wow. Completely missing all the warning tabs about don't cut off the little tabs, but you know, added unnecessary instruction about turning the part. Well, maybe not unnecessary. It might have been very necessary. Alright, so C8. C12. There we go. Move this very shiny piece of stuff all the way out. Okay, so you are supposed to go like this. Yeah. Go together like that. Then the other piece goes together like so. And boom. I like it when it does stuff like that. It looks neat. Looks awesome. Okay. Let's see. Then you go like this. Ooh, I liked how you snapped in there. That's actually the most concrete snap I've ever had for an arm piece going together. That's the shoulder, that's the upper arm. Then you do that. Kind of just lift up. You don't really, well, you'll swivel in there with the ball joint, but all right. So let's see. Hand. Select a part to attach. Okay. So I got two choices for hands. Gonna move all this stuff to the side. I got B14, which looks like a closed fist, and A34, which is another closed fist. Is there even a difference between these? Oh, one's straight and one's at an angle. One's straight and one's at an angle. What the? I'm sorry, what? Sorry, what? It's on a ball joint. That's breaking my brain. It's on a ball joint. You don't need one that's at an angle if it's on a ball joint. I don't understand. Normally there's an open and a close. Instead it's... I don't... All the unnecessary... That's just gonna hurt me. Oh, that's... I like this Gundam. I'm not sure I like this sprue. I'm not sure I like the marketing behind this, because I found out, oh, there is a pair of open hands. I just have to go back 5 years ago and buy the optional side kit that has the open hands, because nowadays that $5 side kit is being sold on eBay for anywhere from $65 to $100, because it was one of the most popular side kits around. Bandai, sometimes you're a problem. Sometimes your homophobia is a problem.
So,
your marketing is always a problem. One of these days, I will get a time machine. I will find the person who invented marketing and slap them with the salami. Why? Because why not? Ta-da! The completed arm. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and attach you for my own catharsis. See, now I need to get the... Ooh, you go in kind of low, don't you? Original Barbatos kit, because it can have this shoulder piece without this one, and I'm interested in how that looks. But yeah, there we go. And then I have, okay, just so I know what this looks like. I guess so that way it can hold. Yeah, because this is actually pretty limited on the swivel. So I guess that way you can use some of the poses where you hold weapons in certain ways. Alright. Hold weapons and stuff. Just other stuff. Alright. I need to pay more attention to where the webcam goes. That was always one of my problems with the streams. Okay, so back to making the left arm. Sorry, just rearranging stuff so the instructions can be there we go. This is where we are now. Step 4. That probably irks me more than it should. Because I just don't. I guess it's so you can do this stuff where it'd be like, I guess maybe that's how that works out. And then this is where you attach some of the optional side stuff that doesn't come with the kit, like these little things. Yeah, see, like, this kit right here is the one that comes with open expressive hands. This kit right here is anywhere for $65 to $100 on eBay, because scalpers and the fact that I am 5 years too late.
We can breathe.
Alright, so let's see.
Ooh. Hello, David. Thank you for the follow.
Let's see, where was I? Oh, yeah. We were starting the left arm. Alright, so there is that. There we go. Okay, and this one should snap into place like the other one did. There it goes. More of a drag than a snap, but it worked. Now to trim the flash. There we go. And just a little bit up here. So next up is B17. It's gonna be where did I find you last time? Up here. Hey, welcome back. You didn't miss a whole lot, but we did finish the arm. I went on a little rant about how I have two hand choices. One is fist and the other is fist with a bent wrist. Did I? No. There it is. Okay, I did snip. I just didn't snip it all the way out. Where'd it go? There we go. How'd this go together again? Wait. I think I remember. Yeah, there we go. Went together like that. Then A36 and C10. the other part I needed. C10. How's Barbatos Lupus? There are parts of it I'm liking. There are parts of it I'm kind of not. I had a thing where I thought this met the little, Tekkadan flower part, kind of swiveled on it, and I almost completely broke that part off, because what it actually is when you put it together, it like slides in, and then you pull it out, and then it swivels. And I didn't realize that at first, and I was just trying to like bend it up, and it's one of these little soft plastic pieces, so it almost died. But yeah, I kind of like it. It looks like it's a lot simpler than some of the other kits I've done. On the one hand, it's got like more built-in articulation for like the arm. Like the shoulder pad does like this whole thing, and then the arm can do like this. But it's got really limited mobility on the wrist, to the point where you have to have a bent wrist and a straight wrist, because a straight wrist just kind of does that. The head was actually pretty complex, because almost everything is two pieces coming together from the side, instead of like a little inner skull, front, back, and then a headpiece. That was actually kind of fun. Whoop! Go back in there. There we go. Shoulder on this kit is really low. Lower than I expected it to be. But yeah, it's not going too bad. I think now that I've actually done like a handful of kits, it's, going pretty good. One thing I want to do, and this will be like after I assemble it and everything, is... Wait, am I doing this right? Yes. Sorry, you'd think since I've already done an arm, I'd remember how to do it, but it's not quite the case. Yes. Alright, I believe in you. You can go in. There we go. Okay, so, as I was saying, one thing I want to do is either get another one or customize this one and try to make like my own, custom Gundam. And I have these spare shoulders from a Love Phantom I built, because it shares some sprues with the Justice Gundam, I think. It's one of the Seed Gundams. So like, I got these extra shoulder pads. And, just trim off this part, put it in together against that. I kind of think it'd look okay. And then I got plastic hard, so, I can cover this up and it won't be too bad. You know what? These are spares. They don't even go to the Gundam they're spares from, so I can just... apparently have some trouble cutting that, because it's a big giant ball and it's not meant to come off. There we go. So I can actually look at this better, because I kind of think, trying to put these two together might not look too bad. I don't know. I kind of want to just use these shoulder parts for something. Let's see. You can come out. You can do that. And yeah, see, I don't think that'd be... Oop. Yeah. I mean, I definitely have to close it up, but that'd be probably trim out this piece so it can like fit on here properly somehow. Maybe. It's a thought for the future. What was... There you are. I just kind of like how they keep coming out with custom Barbatos and custom wing Gundams for all the different build series they have. They're two of my favorite Gundams, and I like how they look. Okay, you look like that. See, this is what I was talking about. See, like, piece starts to go together like that, and it's supposed to do this part. Not quite sure why. But then, when it assembles, it just assembles like that. It just pushes in all the way. And then you're supposed to be able to pull it out and swivel. I'm not sure what the point is. I'm sure it did something in the show, I just don't remember what. But yeah, that's how I almost destroyed it, because I just tried to go, whee! It didn't end pretty. Alright, so we're back to assembling the rest of the arm. I need my A sprue. I need... There we go, 25 and 27. Yeah, but I guess I should count my lucky stars that it was soft plastic and it chose to bend instead of being hard plastic that chose to break. Because at least a bend you can fix and reinforce. Oh, hey, Tin Cat! Oh, I'm definitely fanboying. Like... Okay, so I remember being a kid, and the only time I had Cartoon Network was when I went to my grandparents' house in Georgia, because they lived in the middle of nowhere and they needed satellite just to have phones. So, you know, being a dentist, it was kind of important to my grandfather. And so, you know, that meant cartoons about once, maybe 3 times a year. And so, like, I remember as a kid, I saw, I think, one episode once of Gundam Wing. Specifically the episode where Miliardo Peacecraft was testing out the tall geese. And then I think, like, an episode once of Mobile G Fighter. Don't ask me which episode, I really don't remember. And then I saw a couple of episodes one weekend of Gundam 00. So, like, I kind of consider 00 my entry one because it was the one that stuck with me the most, where I was like, oh, this show is Gundam. I kind of forgot what show Gundam Wing was from. I just remembered, you know, tall geese, and it killed the test pilot because it just, you know, put that much strain on him. So, like, Gundam 00 was kind of like the show that stuck with me, even though I only saw a little bit. Eventually, I went back and watched, like, all of it. And when I say eventually, I mean I probably saw it back when it was airing in, like, 2005, I think. And I finally watched the whole series, I think, after I moved to Louisiana in 2016. Which was when, you know, Iron-Blooded Orphans was dropping, and, you know, I loved Iron-Blooded Orphans. This was easily the Gundam that I first saw on screen. It was just like, that's the one.
But that said, you know, Gundam Exia and Gundam Wing are like really close seconds. I love those three. Yeah, I did watch Big O. It was kind of like the same thing where like I saw maybe one episode a year and then went back, and when I eventually had internet and computer that could do more than answer email, I went back and found it and watched the whole thing. But yeah, it's been a hot minute, but I have watched Big O. I remember loving it. Just a robot with giant fists. What's not to love? Which I guess you'd think that means I would like Mobile G Fighter more, but I never really saw a lot of it. Although, that said, right now, I'm actually sitting down and watching it for what's probably really the first time. And it's doing alright. I see why everyone really loves G Fighter, because it's just kind of it's the same reason I like the Build series. It's just Gundam without the complete and total seriousness that all the other shows come with. Because I mean, like Iron-Blooded Orphans, it's a show about child soldiers trying to get their freedom and making sure no one else can be a child soldier. It sort of works out. Alright, this is the B sprue, right? Yes, B15, B15, B15. There we are. There at the top. Yeah, if I remember right, Gundam, or Big O had a, majorly tragic ending, or sort of. Very Harry Truman Show, I think. Was that the movie with Jim Carrey? Which you know, spoilers for 10-year-old anime if you've never seen it, I guess. No, Big O's probably more than 10 years old at this point. It's probably closer to 20. There we go. Yeah. There's that arm. I picked up this sprue and then my brain went blank. Oh, right. This little piece right here. Wait. Oh. Wait, hold on. I don't know that I cut that piece off. Whoops. I might have to, okay, I can still get you right there. I just realized I missed a step. Where'd my fingers go? doesn't look right, does it? Yeah, that's where it goes.
So, yeah, well, I mean, they got pretty close.
Yeah, I'm realizing this has a lot more greebly pieces. There's a lot of extra detail pieces for the Barbatos. Yeah,
they got pretty close to
killing everyone off. Alright, so let's see. B and B. Yeah, like, Iron-Blooded Orphan, I think, is easily the darkest Gundam timeline. And it's because, like, it's a lot less... Well, okay, there's less people pointing out that war is bad, and there's a lot more environmental storytelling about it. And they very easily make the whole thing into a tragedy storytelling. That's what I'm trying to think of. They very easily make all of it into a tragedy because, like, you know, again, the environmental storytelling, and it gets brutal. Because, I mean, like, you have Mikazuki just easily becoming more and more disabled as he's using the Barbatos and as the series goes on. But it's also like he wants to farm, but he's not. Well, no, I guess he was decent at the farm because he was working at the farm for a while. But, like, he keeps getting caught up in having to fight and fight and fight. And so it's just kind of all he knows because, you know, he's been a child soldier for as long as he's been alive, pretty much. So, like, he likes farming, but he never really got that chance to settle down and do nothing but farm. And all the while, he's constantly getting more and more disabled, and then the only way he can actually physically function is by, like, if I remember right, it gets to a point where he never leaves the Barbatos at all. He just can't. And so, like, there's a huge amount of environmental storytelling in it because you're just constantly seeing the price it's having on, you know, what are basically kids, and where before, where a lot of Gundam tries to do just mental, but they probably do a bad job of it because they have the adults treat the kids like, oh, they're just being whiny and stuff. Your Iron-Blooded Orphan is probably one of the first series that is like, oh no, this is how the kids are really suffering. Because I want to say the other one that really took that into account was Double O, except in Double O, they're, you know, all the characters are adults. I want to say Setsuna FC was, you know, the barely 18-year-old, but, you know, he was still dealing with some major crap because he was also a I think child hero protagonists were just common to stuff at that time.
Gundam Thunderbolt December Sky.
Yeah, that's right, because you had the what was it, the Psycho Zaku, and Zeon just being like, oh, hey, you got injured in battle, we're just gonna get rid of that limb and give you something you can plug into a robot with, that'll be all right. That won't have any kind of psychological after effects. No, not at all. It'll be great. We promise. Sig Xeon. All that garbage. Then, of course, you get the Federation, where it's like, we're going to take kids and turn them into cyber new types. Like, Universal Century is kind of the darkest timeline just because it's like so much messed up stuff happens and nothing ever changes. It's just a continuous cycle. But I feel like Iron-Blooded Orphans, you know, kind of makes a stamp with just reinforcing the tragedy, if that makes sense. Because, like, Universal Century, it's very easy to get lost in the robots fighting. Like, there's... Universal Century has so much. We're going to show a random scene of somebody climbing a fire escape and getting hit by a stray shot that it just kind of like you kind of become desensitized to it. But meanwhile, Iron-Blooded Orphans is constantly focused on the characters who are doing the fighting. And then, like, so many of them are just child soldiers. Human debris is the term. Because they're people who basically, well, they're basically slave soldiers. That's pretty much what they are. Which, I mean, all child soldiers are slave soldiers, but this is like very heinous about it because you have some child soldiers that aren't classified as human debris, like Mikazuki, but then you get Akihiro and his brother who were. It kind of gets messed up. You can tell me reading nothing but Warhammer 40,000 for years probably did a problem for what media attracted my attention. Where are you? There you are. That we almost have one arm done. But I think that's why I kind of like the Gundam build series, because like on the one hand they're just shameless product promotion because it's all about nothing but promoting, you know, Gunpla like this. But they're also just so ridiculously over the top. It's like Gundam without the seriousness, and I kind of love it for that. Because, like, sometimes, okay, you just want to chill and see, like, some weird Yu-Gi-Oh! Thing where people are, you know, really invested in a hobby. And, you know, one of the things they're doing with that hobby is, you know, testing their Gundams against each other to see, you know, how well of a job they did building the things. And it's like, I can appreciate that. I really can. I would probably never do it. Maybe if it was, you know, Build Divers, where it's like you scan your model into an MMO. Because, well, to be honest, I'm poor. So buying a new Gundam after every tournament round is kind of just not an option for me. Maybe if I did like that one episode where I won a year's supply of Gundam, you know, maybe then I'd go for it. I don't even know what a year's supply of Gunpla would look like, but I'd go for it. Like, is it just, any Gunpla you buy for a year, they reimburse you? Or, you know, is it just like, they send you so many kits? Alright, we're making these two hands again. Oh, go in there. There we go. There's the bent wrist. And here is the straight wrist. Because, again, the open and closed hands for this kit are in a side kit for whatever genius reason marketing decided to do that. Alright, and there we go. We have a right and left arm. I said we have a right and left. Okay. That happened. Oh yeah, I mean, like, that's the point, you know, you can just do whatever you want. It got ridiculous. There we go. See, nothing broken, just surprise disassembly. We call that the cardiac eject. Alright. Feet! We're on feet for all the people interested into feet. Oh, I didn't miss any stickers, did I? Well, too late if I did now. Let's see, A11 and A3. It's going to be you. A11. A11. One of you. Yeah, weirdly enough, like, when I discovered SD Gundams, I was like, okay, they're cute. That's probably something I will never be interested in, though. Gundam Build Series kind of changed that, because now it's like, okay, I kind of wouldn't mind a few of these. They're cute and neat. Oh, come on. Or do you go the other way? Nope. Doesn't matter. There we go. Yeah, I think Rise lost me a little bit, but I still went back to it and watched it because it was like, oh, we're going to take the silly show and make it very serious for a second. Like, extremely serious. Like, we're going to take your comedy show and drop an orbital onto it serious. But, you know, I feel like it recovered. My second Gunpla kit was actually Maggie's Love Phantom. Which is funny because it's a, you know, it's supposed to be a reference to the Gundam Death Scythe Hell, but it's made from a Gundam Seed kit. The Strike Noir, I think. Gundam Seed has so many Gundams. I don't know why. C25, 24, 26, 25. I'm curious what this piece ends up going to. I think it's the backpack. Because if I remember right, this piece was this part right here from the torso. Alright, so you go like that, and go like that. Yes. Yes. hope I did that right. Insert as far as it will go. Alright. C20 and C21. That's you and you. Weirdly enough, well, no. I say weirdly enough. No, everyone knows why we all go back to 8th MS team, and specifically for that one fight with the goof where he just wrecks everyone, because it was an actually amazingly animated fight scene, and it wasn't the usual flying through space at hypersonic speeds with explosions going behind them. No, it was just like awesome. There we go. And I'm supposed to do that. Okay, so that's the heel. Alright, so I need B3. Oh, I'm touching the feet. That sounded probably more weird than I meant it to, but I'm rolling with it. I just now noticed this ridiculousness. Alright, and PC8. That's you, and one of you. Oh, you don't want to twist like you usually do. Interesting. Interesting. And you go like that. You can tell I have a cat because I keep having cat hair come out of nowhere. There we go. Oh, okay. So you sticker it so that white piece becomes a black heel. Got it. Or no, my mistake. A red heel. Alright, I feel like I'm not getting this wrong if I... Did you line up? No, you did not. No, line up. Line up properly. Nope. Okay, that's probably... There we go. That should be... Nope. Okay, let's try you this way then. Aha. Gotcha. Oh. It's not perfect, but I guess if it bugs me, I can always just go back and paint it. Which I ended up doing a bit on the North American front Gundam I put together because the decals just didn't want to work at all. Although that said, there's still like 100 other decals I haven't even touched yet. Oh, this is just the feet. Awesome. Alright, so we're doing this again. Alright, Sorry, if I'm holding stuff too close to the camera and it's like distracting, annoying, or, you know, otherwise bothersome, please let me know. I'm trying to keep an eye on it, but it's a little bit difficult. Oops. There we go.
Hey, welcome back.
It's going great. So, you know, we've finished most of the top half. We got our spare hands and everything, and I am just now noticing all of this mess. There we go. And we're on the feet for all the people interested in that. Yeah. So we're on the feet, and next up is the legs. So we're actually getting pretty close, because I think after the legs, all that's left is the backpack and the big honkin' sword. And I'm just clipping off the wrong piece. I mean, it's a piece I need, it's just not the piece I'm supposed to be clipping off, which is all the way over here. Alright, let's move. More dropping stuff. So I think one of the things that attracted me to this one was a lot of the Gundams are big, blocky, and square. This one's like almost skeletal, especially in its first appearance, because it didn't have anywhere near as many armor platings. Like, it didn't have shoulder pads. It just looked like a skeleton. And for some reason, that's my jam. 21. It's you. Come on. You can do it. Slide up in there. There we go. Then you turn around like that. Next up is the rest of the feet, which is going to be this red piece. Starting to get a little crampy. Alright, and next up then is one of these little pieces. actually got a nice little heal thing going on here. Ooh, I did not notice you before. I'm gonna have to take care of you. There we go. Okay, so you go together like this, and you go together like this. And yeah, there we go. Ta-da! That's an anime that I've been wanting to watch again recently. Witch Hunter Robin, I think it was. I'd have to look up the name, but I think that was it. That's one that I haven't seen in a while. That and Darker Than Black. Oh, I love Darker Than Black. It's been forever since I've seen it. I actually have a problem rewatching stuff because I usually end up doing a pretty good job of remembering it from the first time around. So then I have a problem where if I rewatch stuff too soon, I'll just be like, oh, and this is going to happen, and this is going to happen, and I just can't watch it anymore. Because my brain is just basically repeating it for me before I even get to it. The problem is, too soon is never the same thing for any two shows or movies. Some things I've gone and turned around and just watched back to back to back to back. Other things, it'll probably be years and it still feels too soon. There we go. And who said only kids get to play with stickers? Not me, says I. Not me. Alright. We now have a right and left foot. Now for the legs. Okay, so let's see. A8. A15. Work with me, hands. Work with me. There we go. Sorry about that whistling. I know that bugs people. I'm sorry about that. That and like this. Yeah, I said this back when the stream first started, but I don't know. So, like, it's hard for me to get started, but I really like just putting stuff together and taking it apart, but I also like knowing how to do it, so I almost always need a manual.
Sorry, I just noticed a bit of something. But I just like the catharsis of it.
Because, like, honestly, like, when I went to motorcycle mechanic school, I kind of actually went there to learn about motorcycles, but I ended up just loving the putting the engines together and taking them back apart. Okay, so let's see. A4, which is you. A12, which is you. Of course, the problem with, getting a job putting motorcycles together is you have to, even if you're going to a dealership, you have to afford all your tools and the toolkit they go into. And that is just beyond expensive. Like, a tool case is just $1,000 alone. And usually a tool set's still like a couple hundred on top of that. Okay, so you should be going here. Yeah. There we go. There we go. You go there, and you go. I said. There we go. Alright, and now we need to turn the page. Alright. Again, I'm sorry about all the ASMR noises, unless you like ASMR, in which case, yay? Alright, so number 5. Oof. Oh. That was my neck. I hope you didn't hear that. If you did, I very deeply apologize. All right. That is that. It's going to be the knee. This is probably going to like attach down here somewhere. Interesting. Sorry, I was just peeking ahead for a hot second. Alright, and A10 and A1. Let's see. A1. A10. Ooh.
Okay, so let's see. You go in like this. Oh, David, that's one of the things I didn't like about this. You know how like usually like the instructions are just filled with all these like directional warnings that are like, oh, this goes here, this is fragile, don't cut this part off. Almost all of them are missing from from the instructions. Like, you know, there's no oh, the flat piece is facing this way. Just no. If you're not paying attention to the pictures, you can get it very wrong very fast. Ooh, that's a little, I said ew, but I meant ooh. It's a nice little round joint there. Alright, and they want you to go together like that. So this is the thigh connector. So let's see, C19 and C13. C13 is here. What was the other one? C19. It's going to be one of these pieces here. Okay, so let's see. Go together like that. You meet here. Yeah? Yes? Wait. No, you go together like that. You go together like this. Hey. Neat. Neat, neat, neat. And I probably did that all out camera. I'm sorry. Okay, so next up is this and this. Let's see, I gotta go ahead. It's gonna be one of these yellow pieces. Sorry if I'm making noises, my neck's getting a little sore. I did do work before this, and work for me is actually a doggy daycare. Somehow a lot more stressful than you TikTok pretends it isn't. Alright. Okay, so you go together here. Yeah, go together like that. And time for a sticker. If I can get my hands to work. Where'd my tweezers go?
They're in the box underneath the screws.
Sprues underneath the sprues. I can talk. Is that? Yeah, okay. I thought maybe it wasn't a triangle there for a hot second. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Get out. Get out. Go into your hole properly. Oh, I guess that's as close to properly as I'm going to manage. I figured out how to paint metallic green without actually having metallic green, so I can always just go back and fix this if I decide I hate the sticker.
Or even paint a different color. Oh yeah, sure.
Feel free to lurk. Lurking is allowed. Alright, so let's see. PC7. It's you. Lurking is encouraged because it's important to be able to just chill. Is that right? Go like that. You go like that. Awesome. We're almost to the foots. We almost have a whole leg. I need to cut out this part before I start putting stickers on it. Go, and then, okay, so this way is up. I gotta put 2 of these stickers on. And I think I see how they go. This might definitely be one of those where I just come back and do it. Oh, I say come back and do it. I mean come back and paint it.
But I might not.
Because it seems like this one is actually cooperating. For some reason I'm getting a text message from work that is asking me to make sure I do stuff when I work tonight, but I don't work tonight, so ha 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 ha.
If I did work tonight, I would be getting off
In an hour, so ha 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 ha. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna come back one day and just paint that.
don't necessarily like these foldy stickers. I think it's easy to see why. Wait. Oh, okay. I see what they did. I see what they did. Although I almost screwed it up. Nope, nope, nope. 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 Get in there. Get in there. Almost too much material, and it's causing it to pinch in a way I don't appreciate. Oh well. It's probably the best I'm going to get with those stickers. Don't like foldy stickers. Alright, so how'd you go on? You did. Oh, it'd help if I wasn't holding the leg upside down. You do that. And that's a whole leggy. Wait, actually. Okay. Now it's a whole leggy. Probably use these legs for a Gundam wing or a ferret. Be like the little beam saber toes. I kind of don't like this piece being there, if I'm being fully honest. It just seems like it gets in the way. Alright, so that is one whole leggy. One more leggy. I can do it. I can finish the legs and the waist. Yeah. If we just finish the legs, we can call it a day. Oh, crap. Oh. Yeah. Okay, that's just not working out. Abort. Say that, and then I continue to do the thing that almost became a problem. Alright, there we go, hand. part of the knee joint. Sorry if I'm getting quiet. I did try taking a post-work nap, and that's one of the reasons why the stream started so late. Didn't quite get everything done, even if I did sleep more than I meant to. A2 and A10. Curve towards the back. And you do it this way to close it off. Then you go in like that. All right. C14 and C19. Okay, 14. Turn into an ASMR of me grunting in pain every time I have to use my hands. Alright. And B28. We're almost done. We are almost done. In a second. All right, and you, how did you go together? Help if I was holding you the right way. last little Superman insignia. I say Superman because it's a pentagon, but it's really not. Okay. No. So they weren't wrong here. What happened? Oh, come on. Come on. Aren't you lining up properly? Okay. Let's try this again. There we go. There we go.
Oh, hey, Lord Bob the Builder. Thank you for the follow. Sorry I missed that.
Welcome to the channel. As you can see, we're about almost 2.5 hours in on the high grade Barbatos Lupus. I am just finishing up the left leg, and then I believe next up is the waist, and then the backpack and weapons, or weapon, because it's only got the one big honking sword. Although
All my stuff is starting to act up, so I might be cutting it a little bit short before then, but, you know.
I at least want to finish the waist so it's mostly assembled. Although, knowing me, I might come back later tonight when I'm feeling better and do the backpack off stream. Just because it's such a minor thing. I really don't like how these stickers keep pinching like that. Really a whole lot I can do about it. Oh shoot, you started to come up. I'm definitely just going to come back one day and repaint that part. Although I'm also planning on maybe one day customizing this, so I'd have to do that anyways. Either that or get a second kit which I assemble without putting stickers on. That's really going to be more of a money thing than anything else. Alright, there we go. Let's see, you... Am I holding this right? I am. So you should just do that. I like how I'm seriously questioning how it goes together, like I haven't already done a whole leg. Oh, wait. There we go. Alright, that is 2 whole leggies. Now we turn the page. That song's gonna be stuck in my head all day now. Okay, that is the waist. Oh, they want you to do the little thingies. Wait, how? What? How? How? Oh, okay. It's sort of... Okay. That was a neat thing that I just learned. Alright, A37 and A38. Clippers, where'd you go? Yeah. Really all I got left is this and it's done. You know what, I might actually just push through and finish this because it's not a whole lot left. Wait, what? Oh. Okay, hands, I believe in you. You can do this. Okay, so that B26 and C29. Either of those is the A sprue. Okay, and A or B26. Okay, so you this. Alright. C28. That come out looking like that. All right, and you look like that. Whew. Okay, C30 and B24. C30, 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 that's you. So, what? Oh, awesome. So that's how that goes. What is this? This looks like... I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do this a little bit and then go ahead and call it a night, because my hands are starting to become a mess. Little feet with your toesy woesies. Alright. There we go. Alright, so we got a mostly assembled Barbatos Lupus. We got a, what is it? We got a backpack, the big honking sword, and these two little waist fins to do, and he is assembled all the way. We're probably going to come back for a little bit. Oh, hey, it actually talks about how some of the injuries he sustains that makes him disabled.
yeah, that's where I'm going to go ahead and call it a night for now. I hope everyone who
came enjoyed the stream. You know, and you know, I hope y'all had a good day. I hope you all have a good night,
and I will see you the next time I see y'all. All right. Have a good one.